Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of NCW, also known as New Comics Wednesday. If you're wondering what's going on and why it's so dark in here, we forgot to pay the power bill and the lights got out. No, I'm just kidding. We thought it would be a little bit fun, more fun, if we would instead make like a more spooky, like ghost hunters vibe. And by we, I'm not alone here today. Here today, I get to hang out with everyone's favorite co-founder, the bane of my existence, Ralph Tedesco.
No, I was the monster coming out to attack you.
Were you the monster coming out to attack us?
Monster hands.
So it's a special edition of NCW. If you guys haven't been with us before, we chat for a few minutes every Wednesday about Zenescope's latest releases. And what are you doing?
I was just seeing what's behind me. You never know what's behind us in this spooky studio we have.
And today we're going to be talking about Game Night, which I'll drop the link very, very shortly. I forgot to create a banner for it, so I apologize. Just give me 1 second. I have lots of banners on the back end. But right now you're with host Amber. I guess I should also add Ralph's name, but here's all the covers. We're going to run through them. Again, it's $8.99 right now in our web store, and we will be having a special guest come on in a few minutes, and he was the wonderful writer on the story. I really, really enjoyed it. Ralph, what did you think?
I loved it.
You loved it?
Loved it.
You loved it?
Could be a movie.
Could it?
I think so.
Wow. Are you gonna be the starring role in it?
I really liked Kevin's idea of the game cards.
Yes, we are definitely going to talk about the game cards. Very, very excited. So we're going to run through the covers really quickly.
We'll start with covers.
Yeah, it's where we start so everybody can see.
Let's see what the cover. It's hard to see in here, guys.
Here is cover A. Oh, look, it fits nicely between us.
It's that one.
Yep. Thank you for showing that up on the screen. You're really adding to my NCW like no one else has ever added before.
Thank you.
Again, it's $8.99. This is
72 pages.
72 pages. Thank you. It's GRIMM Tales of Terror quarterly game night. $8.99 in our web store. We have 3 different covers. This is cover A. And make sure you tell us what your favorite cover is. This is cover B.
Scary.
Spooky.
Spooky.
Ultra spooky. Very scary. Cover B right here. And then I love cover C.
Are you announcing who did each cover?
You can if you'd like.
Oh, okay. That's fair. If I could see, I can know. Okay. So the first cover was Igor Vitorino. I didn't even realize that was Igor. And Ivan Nunes. Yeah.
They almost always do our cover A's. So I'm not surprised because they're both very, very talented.
And then cover B is Riviero and Grostietta.
Thank you.
And then cover C. Are you ready for cover C?
Yes, please tell me.
That's Keith Garvey. That's a Keith Garvey cover.
Woo! All 3 covers here. Really, really awesome. So again, we're talking today about Game Night. And we are going to bring on the writer. We're going to talk a little bit about the synopsis of the story. So please welcome the writer, Kevin.
Kevin.
Hello.
Kevin.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Kevin, so I'm going to quickly read the synopsis, and then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. So it's all fun and games until an evil spirit or demonic entity decides they want to play too. I don't know, that kind of sounds like it'd be more fun, but whatever. Games have been around since the earliest of mankind. We have always been drawn to them, and they become almost ritualistic. Sitting around with the family and loved ones, following the rules. Ooh, I don't like following the rules. Lame. Laughing, enjoying, and declaring a victor. But when lifelong friends get together for a night of presumed fun and games, they will find out that not every game has a winner. Be sure not to miss out on the supersized 72-page game night, deadly enough for the whole family to enjoy. Did you write any part of that synopsis? Because that was great.
I did not, but I would like to take credit for it. Yeah, the lovely folks.
That's a long one.
Dave always gives great synopsis. So quick diving in. This is a tale as old as time where like old friends get together, right? And they play a dangerous game. how did you want to make this story your own and not like the retelling of that, you know, friends get together story?
Yeah, I did. I mean, for me, the spin on it, well, I mean, everyone in it is someone I know from high school.
Oh yeah.
Or from the past.
Are they friends of yours or are they frenemies?
Both inspired by and then heightened versions of people. And the main character, Sam, is basically the twist to me of the setup is he was bullied as a teen in high school and then invites everyone to this game. If you win the game, you get $1 million. But he invites all the people that used to bully him. And so to me, that's the twist of the friends getting together. It wasn't just they do know each other, but they're not all friends.
Gotcha.
And the guy that's being bullied is based on this kid that was bullied in high school when I was in high school. I did not bully him, nor was I bullied.
You were invited to one of his parties, and this happened to you. This is based on your life. We get it.
This basically happened to me. Yes, yeah, and I'm the only survivor. Yeah,
you're the sole survivor. This would have made a great book, Kevin.
Yeah, could make a movie, Ralph. Yeah,
we'll make the movie.
So, does any of the people that you use in the story know that they're in the story?
No, I don't feel comfortable telling them, and obviously all the names are changed. So, but yes, this feels like a high school reunion story. I would tell them at the high school reunion that all of them died, except for maybe one person or so.
It's so crazy because one of the characters, the real like mean character, you know, that's in the story, he reminded me a lot of this person named Ralph Tedesco, and I'm just wondering if that was any inspiration.
Well,
Ralph is the inspiration for every character.
Amber had to go. We'll continue this ourselves, Kevin. Kevin, I'd like to know, you came up with the game cards.
Yes.
Or to see them in the. You have the game.
I have game cards.
We made the game cards too. How about that?
I haven't seen those. That's very cool.
The idea of the game cards. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, I think
we'll bring
I think for a comic it was super interesting to be able to. I mean, it's been so rare in any other medium where you be able to have a full page dedicated to the game itself. But the everything about the story is about the game. So I thought showcasing each game card as its own page was like super crucial. And then also it would be a great, in my head, people could play them at home or at their own parties because they literally are standalone pages.
That's what's cool about this, right?
Yeah. And the games are scary, and some of them more than others. But yeah.
You see the Midnight Man.
I can't see it. Oh, there you go. Nice.
What was your favorite card?
I think my favorite card is probably. I think the elevator one is probably my favorite because it's the most scary in my opinion. It's because based on that the urban legend of the young girl, she was an Asian girl in downtown Los Angeles that got in the elevator and her body wound up. She wound up in the tank of water.
Yeah, that was to give you guys a little backstory. Kevin, you might not even really know this. When we were first kind of coming up with the idea of this story, that was the first game we were thinking of trying to build this around. It was the elevator game. And then it kind of evolved out of that idea.
Nice. My girlfriend actually stayed in that very hotel where that girl wound up dead shortly before that. So I thought that was also interesting to me. So
that's creepy.
But she's alive. She's alive. Yeah.
Or so he says, written into the comic.
Yes.
So if we were to have another game night story, there was ever going to be a sequel, what other games would you like to see turn deadly?
Ooh, the sequel, Kevin.
I like the sound of sequel. That sounds great. I think this definitely could have one. There's a card that this wasn't in there, and for obvious creative reasons, it wouldn't work for this story. But there's this one called the Whistler that I really like, and this guy, it's basically a picture like an emaciated skeletal kind of cowboy that wanders the earth with a bag of bones over his shoulder, and he whistles. But he whistles in a certain. It's like C, D, E, F. Like he whistles in certain notes.
No.
And the fucked up part is when the whistles are far away, he's the closest to you.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah, it's super cool. Yeah. So this could be more of an on the road version of maybe Game Night 2. So, but yeah.
That's terrifying. I know. Don't you like this is my life right here, everyone.
I wasn't doing that.
Oh, you were?
There's a whistle coming and it's getting further away.
It's so crazy because I've hosted, I don't know, like 15 NCWs and I've never heard that noise.
Are we on the air?
It's being recorded. We'll find out later.
So a couple people asked if we are selling the cards, and this is going to be a promo pack. That's why we're talking about it. So we are definitely going to talk a little bit more about the cards, but any final things that you'd like to share about the book at all that maybe we might have missed, Kevin?
No, I just hope people enjoy it. I worked really hard on it. I love it. And I love these game cards. I didn't know you guys were doing that. I think that's incredible. So it'd be really fun now that you got a party game as well as a comic, a great comic. So you could tempt fate with all your friends. I think that's a great idea.
Kevin, for those of you who don't know, Kevin and I originally met in LA probably like what, 7 years ago? 6 years? Yeah, we've been friends for a while. Kevin's a writer, a TV writer. Kevin, can you talk about what you're working on now?
I just started working on a new Netflix show it's probably not going to air until 2022, but if anyone is a huge TV fan, there was a sitcom in the 70s called Good Times, and they are rebooting that show and making an animated version. They're updating it, and so it'll be an animated half hour on Netflix in 2022 because it takes a while to write and animate. So please check it out in the near future.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Congrats on that. And he's also possibly writing, I don't know if I should drop this yet. Should I tell us? Dynamite. Chuck Garza says Dynamite. Kevin.
That's it. That's the show. Yeah.
We have a new series coming out, or a new one shot coming out that Kevin might be writing called Blood Pharaoh.
Ooh.
Very exciting.
I won't give too much away. Kevin and I might actually be writing this together, so we haven't decided.
Ooh, I like Kevin, that. That'd be fun.
So we'll see. Kevin's like, oh, I write alone. I write alone. Kevin's like, I respectfully bail out.
Now I'll get my name next to Ralph's. It'd be huge. It'd be a huge deal. That's great.
That would be a big booster for your career.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Ralph's a big deal. Don't underestimate him. So he's a very talented man.
Is there any other questions we have for Kevin? Kevin can stay on. You were going to play the game. We're going to play one of the games.
We are going to play one of the games.
We'll wait.
We can't. Well, we could have all played the phone game if we all knew each other's phone numbers and all called at the same time and see who was answering. Let's see. Let me see if I call Ralph if he has to answer.
Wait, what?
That's the point, is that you're supposed to call the person next to you and they're supposed to call two at the same time. And whoever phone answers the answer man.
I don't want to do the answer man. That's scary. All right.
Then you got to tell the truth, Ralph. That's what the answer man wants.
Damn. So, anything you need to reveal out there, Ralph?
No, thank God. But I'll tell you what, that was an interesting answer man story you came up with there. She was in a no win situation.
No win. Yeah, I like a good messed up, gray back against the wall, gray situation. So
wasn't ideal.
Cool.
No.
Well, Kevin, thanks so much for joining us today. We hope to have you back on NCW soon, maybe for the one shot that you may or may not be writing.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate your time. Thank you, everyone, and thank you guys for having me. And I hope to be back soon.
Yeah, and don't forget to watch Kevin's awesome new inclusion on his new show, which he mentioned before, which probably isn't dropping until 2022, but we'll probably bring him on before that, so we'll get to drop it again.
We have plenty of time. All right,
beautiful. Thank you.
Bye, Kevin.
Thanks, man.
This is a fun question from Matthew. What's your ringtone for me?
It's the same ringtone for everybody. It's on silent.
I thought it would be like Amber's my favorite person.
I don't use a ringtone.
Oh,
I don't think. I mean, I must, but I don't ever have the ringer on.
Well, then how would you know if someone's calling you?
I just hear the buzz.
So again, today we talked about Tales of Terror quarterly game night, which is $8.99 in our web store. I'm going to go through the covers one more time. There's 3 amazing covers. We have cover A. Rob, what was your favorite cover?
My favorite, I guess A. I think A is.
Here's cover B. I saw a lot of cover B, C love in the comments before.
B. I like B though.
I do too.
It's good.
Cover C, she's just so cute. I love her outfit.
That's Carrie's.
I know, but we just didn't really get that outfit in the story, and I was kind of bummed about it. So
I know Carrie's wasn't in.
No.
Isn't in. She doesn't make a cameo like she normally does in Grim Tales.
Yeah, I was bummed about that.
But we figured we don't need Carrie's in every Grim Tales of Terror. Still her series, but she doesn't need the whole.
Yeah, well, I was bummed about that.
Okay.
Trying to see my girl.
There's no real way to put her
story.
in it, to be honest with you, without it being too obvious.
Well, there's the scene, not to give it away, where they're in a cab. Maybe like she could have been.
Yeah, she could have been getting out of the cab.
Yeah, like we're like a pedestrian.
We should have had you in the writer's room.
Sorry, everybody. You guys were awesome today. I'm really, really glad to see everybody back. It's been a while since we've gotten this great an audience for NCW. And I know why.
Because I'm here.
Yeah, but I know a second reason why. Because tonight is the first night of our virtual con.
It's preview night.
It's preview night. It's preview night, and we're so excited.
Body Pillows talk is back.
Oh my God. We're probably talking about the podcast. If you guys didn't know, David Wall, our brand new editor-in-chief, and myself, we're on a podcast, We Be Geeks. Listen to the episode. There's lots of shout out of body pillows, even a body pillow drinking game. If you guys want products for body pillows, I know they're super popular, definitely let us know. But listen to the podcast. It was a lot of fun. The hosts were incredible, and I had a great time on my Friday night working together with them. They were awesome. So again, so glad that you guys could have all joined us. Here's what's happening. So next Wednesday, we have a couple of releases, and we have a really fun release that I'm very excited about. It's GFT Swimsuit 2021.
That's next week?
Yeah, that's next week. It's going to have a lot of covers, but there's one particular thing I'd really like to tease. Can you open? Can you open the first page?
This is the best. We have mini Chris.
Oh, you're going to have to put it down. It's going to reflect either way. There we go. There's Chris. And then, wait, other side. Here's me all the way in the corner over there. So Chris and I are making a cameo appearance. As children to talk about our newest product, Flyer. So I think I'll probably have Chris on next Wednesday to chat with everybody because
this comic book debut.
We have to talk about. So if you need us to sign these, let us know.
You guys can sign.
We could. The only comic I might ever be in, because Ralph will probably fire me after this NCW. But so we're making an appearance. Also next week is Possessive 1. There's been so much buzz about it. I saw a lot of really, really great news press. That is dropping as well next Wednesday. We'll be chatting about it. And then, it'll be on to Possessive 2, which I love Possessive 2's cover. That's why I show it all the time. It is such a badass cover. So
it's a good one.
We'll be talking about that. Other droppings are 2 graphic novels, Van Helsing versus Dracula's Daughter and Van Helsing versus The League of Monsters. And that's everything we'll be discussing on next week's NCW. And Ralph will still be here, so I don't know if he'll be joining me again, or this will now be his show. Stay tuned, everybody. Right now, our Kickstarter is running, and I'm sure you guys all know because you've pledged. We've had, I believe, 150 pledges at this point, but it is, Chris has died in a comic before. This is me and Chris are in probably 3 pages of this comic of our children. So I just dropped the Kickstarter link so you guys can pledge. We've been doing a lot of add-ons. They're incredible. So make sure that you guys are keeping up and keeping up to date with the add-ons because they drop at any moment. Our newest one is very limited. It's $50 right now in the web store, so check it out. Very, very awesome. Our virtual con, as I mentioned before, kicks off today. It's preview night. So this whole hour will just be selling. And we will be selling, as I mentioned before, we will only be selling certain products that will only be tonight because it is the same setup as it would be as if we were at San Diego Comic-Con, where on preview night, everybody sells a select few of items, which makes that Wednesday really special. So I'd love to see you guys. I know, Chuck, this has been 20 minutes. My NCW is never this long, and I apologize.
A long NCW.
It is a long NCW. I don't know why. Think twice about that one.
Don't blame me.
So
I can't even see anything.
It is 7 p.m. Eastern. So CST is 1 hour behind, right?
Correct.
So that would be
Central Standard.
That would be 6 p.m. Eastern.
And then there's Mountain, which is 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Pacific,
which is 3. Look, we can do math here. Aren't you so proud? In less than 2 weeks, we'll be doing our next movie club, Big Trouble in Little China. And I heard from a little birdie that it is Crystal Star's birthday that day. So make sure that you tune in to wish her a happy birthday, and make sure you watch Big Trouble in Little China beforehand.
The second show that's landed on
someone's birthday.
A guest's birthday.
It's true.
Son and now Crystal.
If only it had landed on your birthday. Although the stream landed on your birthday. And then the stream also landed on Di's birthday.
When's your birthday?
My birthday was in June. You forgot so soon? Wow. Our friendship does not run deep.
I don't remember what day it was. June. I know what it was. June 15th.
So before we sign off, I thought it'd be fun if we played one of the games on the card.
Oh.
So that's what we're going to do really quickly.
Phone game? Which game are we doing?
We're going to do, oh no, where did my last match go? We're going to play the match game.
Well, it's going to be hard to do that.
Oh, no.
Not a match.
Ralph, talk to the crowd while I look for my last match. Here it is.
Found it.
I found it. Okay, so how you play this game, I'm going to pull up the card 1 second for you guys to see. So this would essentially be called the closet game. We're not in a closet. We both wouldn't fit in a closet. So this is what you're getting right here.
We are not in a closet.
So I'm gonna pull up the game.
This office is almost like a closet.
Is it?
It's like small and dark.
And spooky and hot.
It's very hot. And
creepy. So here's the game. So as I mentioned before, we also made a set of cards, which we'll be talking about a little bit more. But they're awesome. They're all the cards from the game. They're for promo. You will be able to get them. They're super, super incredible. So the game we'll be playing is called the Closet Game. So how it works is you choose someone from the party to take into the closet with you. So this would be the makeshift closet that we have here. You went to the closet, you close the door and turn off all the lights. Then from the door in total silence, you light a match.
Ooh.
And you say, show me the light or leave me in darkness 3 times because we're in total darkness. When you hear unexplained whispering, you must immediately light another match. If you don't light it fast enough, something will grab you from behind. Exit the closet and do not turn around. Do not return to the closet again without the lights on. So if I ever return back to this room, if I live after this, then I'm gonna have to. Scary. Should we not play? Are you scared?
No, you're tempting fate. Go ahead.
Okay, ready? So I'm gonna light this match. Do you remember what to say?
No. Show me the light or leave me in darkness.
Okay. Show me the light or leave me in darkness. Show me the light or leave me in darkness. Show me the light or leave me in darkness.